some of our fodder today. We did our ear leach here today, and then the corn still has a decent amount of green, or it's mostly green this year, and it still has a lot of moisture in the stalks. And most years we'll bale anywhere from 120 to 140 bales. Some years will even a little more than that. This year we're not going to do quite as much, so we have plenty left for fodder for bedding. But yeah, we are still going to try to do at least 60 or 70 bales. We mix that into TMR for the dry cows. We have knives on our baler that has a rotor cut. We usually cut it, and yeah, when you take the wrap off of that bale, you better have it where you want it to be, because it's going to fall apart. And yeah, the cows, they clean up probably at least 90% of it or more. There's a little bit of the coarser stalks they don't always eat, but that's okay. So yeah, we're mowing some of that this afternoon. I think my wife's wanted to come out and do a little bit of drone video of that, and then we'll bale it and wrap it tomorrow. Then the rest we'll wait here a week or so until it dries off some and shred it, and then bale it. Let it dry a couple more days probably, and bale it up dry for bedding. Yeah, I'm not sure. It ain't gonna make near as much as it most years does, but on good years we can figure close 10 bales to the acre for a dry round bale or dry fodder for bedding. This year, if we get 5 or 7, we'll probably be feeling pretty fortunate. So this field was one of our better fields of corn. It was tall, a little taller than most, so it might surprise me and do more than what I think. We're refilling here today. We had filled it on Tuesday, and this is Thursday. It settled down probably close 20 feet. And yeah, we're going to refill it here today and possibly blow one more load in tomorrow morning, and then we'll level it off. So yeah, we did our ear leach, and then we switched her back over, and we're chopping corn salads now. We didn't get our ear leach, the harvester, quite full, but we had done everything that was ready to do. So I'm not sure if we're gonna have to buy a little, or if we have some of our own here that we'll finish on. We'll have to see how it all works out. This always looks pretty neat from up here on top of the silo where when they're unloading into the blower. getting full. We got one load we're letting sit on. We're gonna blow in tomorrow morning, then we'll level it off. We were gonna level it off today, but we decided to wait till morning, and we'll easily squeeze another load in, and it'll be a lot cooler for us to do it. You can see the top of the wall there. If we leveled off right now, it'd probably be 3 feet from the top of the wall. But we need about a foot or 18 inches at least to run that loader. But if it's settled in the morning and put that last load in, it'll probably be about this full again. We have the unloader set where the height it is. It's running about 4 or 5 inches from the top of the wall. And it's almost touching the augers there. I mean, obviously it can be leveled down a little bit more, but still, yeah, we get that other load in the morning and get it leveled off. It should be about the right height. It's a good feeling to have her full. Well, we have it all leveled off here and we're running it. It's going to be noisy. There's the auger, there's an auger underneath that thing there that's going around, that little box thing, and that pulls it back into a fan right here, and the fan blows it up and out that chute out the door. And yeah, it's going to be noisy in here from the unloader running, and from we still have the blower running, pumping fresh air in here. You always want to make sure you keep the blower running when you're in here leveling these things off. But anyway, just thought I would do a little video. It's down. We probably could have got a half a load in yet, but it's full enough. It's probably about 5-6 feet from the top of the wall. This silo here, we have to have it down that we can blow out the top door. We can't blow it out above the door. And yeah, it works better if it was low enough we could do it out the second door. So yeah. Anyway, yep. There you can see it's not quite level out there toward the end of the auger. You can actually see the auger running in under there. This silo unloader would be called a ring drive. It has this ring right here, and then there's a motor there that runs it. That's what drives it around the ring. Mowing these spots of sudex out here that we planted in the soybean field where we had so much trouble with slug damage and groundhog damage, and this stuff is unbelievable. It's probably at least 7 foot tall and maybe got a little bit more mature than what I wanted it to. We had about 10 days of pretty warm, dry weather here, and it's not heading out at all yet. It's not even quite to the flag leaf stage, but it soon will be. Flip it around here, and yeah, I'm walking here beside it. It has to be at least 7 foot tall. If you'd stretch the leaves up, it'd probably be close to 8 or 9 feet tall. But it's gonna make a whopping pile of stuff. I think there was about 6 acres in this field that's what we had on the drill. That was pretty much bare ground. And for some of you that maybe didn't see that video or don't remember about it, we had terrible slug damage in this field, so we replanted it, and then we had some slug damage a second time, and then it's along a railroad track, and the groundhogs got in it so bad. So till we realized that, we talked to our agronomist, or not our agronomist, our seed company guy, and he said, well, it's getting almost too late to even plant a shorter season bean now. This was probably the first or second week in July. And he said they'll mature at different maturities. He said you'd probably be disappointed in that. And we said, well, other than let it bare ground, we're going in and planting sudex in there and getting something off of it. We didn't put nothing else on it, didn't spray it, didn't put no fertilizer, manure, nothing. There's every now and then you'll see a stalk or two of beans in here, but almost nothing actually. But yeah, so I think my son said it was either 6 or 7 acres on the drill, and the whole field's 25 acres. So whatever we get off of it, pretty much free other than the seed we have in it. It's kind of a pain cutting in through a couple spots like we have to here, but the majority of it's along the tracks and everything else is close. And over along the one edge of the field around the old bank barn. We had to replant, so that's kind of where we'll come in and out. It's not like we have to cut hardly any of the beans to get to it, so that's nice. But yeah, here's my disc vine. It's mowing fine, but I mean, it is just one massive amount of stuff. Yep, we'll try to give you an update and let you know how many load we get. Today we're chopping this sudex that we had mowed that's there in the bean field. I'm curious to see how much it makes. My son said there was 6 acres on the planter whenever he had planted it, and yeah, they're bringing the 5th load in, so I mean, it was tall and thick, so I figured it would make a decent amount. But yeah, we have a bunch more sudex and sorghum we're going to make here in about 2 weeks, but it wasn't quite ready, and this stuff, it got so tall we were about half afraid. It was already going down some spots. We were about half afraid if we left it go and we got a pretty heavy rain, it would all go flat, and then we'd have a real mess on our hands. And yeah, there it is coming out of the back of the silage truck. We filled this ag bag this morning with corn silage, and we use that for the one wall of our trench. And then yeah, we're putting sudex and sorghum in this trench beside it. Till we get done with everything we have to chop here in a couple weeks, it should be clear full. We're going to throw a piece of plastic on a small piece and cover it, then uncover it again whenever we go to fill here in a couple weeks. Yeah, if we'd have left this go, it would have not only would have it had a chance, or a lot better chance of going down, it would have started getting really old on us, and we didn't want that either. This is a BMR photosensitive sudex too, so it wasn't heading out at all, so it should make really good feed. Yeah, well, good morning here this morning. This is Saturday morning. We've had a couple really busy days. Haven't had time to get as much video as I would like to, but yeah, I did get a little bit of video there off and on about filling that ag bag with corn silage and then chopping that little bit of sudex, and they switched over and they had another ag bag to make for a neighbor man, so they went and did that while the bagger was in the area. Then they switched over and we started filling our big silo. It's a 24/88. Probably need 10 or 12 load yet this morning here, and then we'll refill Monday again. And then we're gonna go back into doing some more ear leach. And my oldest son Willie baled a bunch of corn fodder yesterday, and I got 1 load of that in this morning. There about daylight I went out. I didn't have to milk this morning, so I went out and got a load. We're gonna get a couple more load in this morning, and I don't know, we didn't get it quite all baled. We're probably gonna finish the rest of that up on Monday, because yeah, we just got too much on the go here to get too much more of it done today probably. But anyway, yeah, we'll keep doing what we can do and get done what we can get done. And they're talking about some rain there the middle of next week, so I'm kind of hoping we get some, as it's actually getting really dry again. Said about getting the 1 load of round bales in. Yeah, here's the 1 load here by the shed ready to unload, so we'll get this load stuck in the shed, and then we'll head out to get at least 2 more loads. Yeah, we're out here in this field where we did our snap leads there about a week ago, and it's where we baled this corn fodder. And yeah, it's been really drying weather ever since that, and I can't believe how fast this stuff dried down. We shredded it there on, let me see, Tuesday or Wednesday, and yeah, until yesterday the stuff was good and dry. We didn't get it all baled, and my oldest son's away today, so we're gonna wait till Monday to finish the rest of it. But we are starting to get a bunch of these hauled in a while. We're hoping to plant oats in here just for a cover crop, oats and some radishes, and they're talking about some rain maybe late Tuesday into Wednesday, so we'd really like to have that all planted before that, so we'll see if we can get it all done. I said yeah, the sooner we get them in, the better, the more growth we'll get on them this fall. Usually in our area here, oats and radishes will die off over the winter. Last year we had some that never did die off. We had to get them sprayed down to kill them, but that was very unusual. But so yeah, well, probably we're planting about 120 acres in that mixture for a cover crop. This field here is one of our hilliest fields that we have, or our most rolling, I guess you would call it. It's got a lot of hills and valleys in it, but it was amazing this year. The corn, it actually put the nicest ears on, so that was kind of interesting. Usually over these ridges we don't have very good corn, but this year was a little, I mean, they were definitely a little smaller, but they had, yeah, not near as bad as some of our other fields over the hills. Yeah, I was talking about the corn fodder, and our corn, basically about everything we're doing is about half of what we're used to getting from it. And as far as the tonnage for silage and the ear leach was about half of what we normally would get, and the fodder's about the same way. So we're getting about half of what we're used to getting from it, but we're thankful for what we're getting. Yeah, 6 weeks ago, or before we got some of that rain there in July or in early August, I was a little leery if we'd have anything to do ear leach. We'd have to maybe chop everything, but so we are thankful we're getting some, and we have some more corn. We're going to do some more ear leach today, top off the sallow, hopefully get it full. We have some of our own, and if we need to, we have a neighbor man there that has some we can buy some from, that's a crop farmer. So we use a lot of fodder. The last couple years we baled up more than we needed. I think we have at least 80 to 100 bale carryover, which is really, really nice. I need to try to count them all there for sure, but normally we need close to 500 bales of corn fodder for bedding in a year's time. So we are very thankful for what we're getting. We'll probably, I don't know, I doubt we'll have quite enough. Even with what we have with carryover, we might have to buy a little bit, but hopefully not too much. Yeah, well, I'm climbing the sallow here today to open it up, the harvest store. We're getting ready to do some more ear leach. Yeah, about 3/4 of the way up. Yeah, I used to climb these sallows the whole way up without stopping, but I found out now I'm better off stopping at least twice to catch my breath a little bit before I go on up. Anyway, I'll go up here and open up the lids, show you how you open the lids, and get everything ready. We're topping off our corn silage sallow here that they filled last night, and we're going to move the blower over and start in the yearly to finish filling this sallow. Yeah, we made it to the top. Got a really good view from up here. Try to turn my phone around and get a little bit of video here. This is from up on top of the sallow. There's kind of maybe a panoramic view of our farm from this height. That's our, here's our 24/88 sallow right beside the harvest store. Can't see our 3 main trenches. They're right on the other side of that. First barn there is our dry cow barn. Over there's the other trench where we put an ag bag up on the one side, where I put them couple loads of sudex the other day, and our big pits up there on the hill. And then the first barn, actually this barn right here beside the sallows, is our holding area and springer freshening area and calves. The next barn is our hay shed. We do have a group of heifers. Our yearling heifers right before their breeding age are in there in that one end. Yeah. Then our main freestall barn, that white hoop building over there. And there's our other manure pit there. And then our 2 heifer barns, the new one's up top and then the old one. And then we have what we call a horse barn. We have some horses and a couple miniature horses. My daughter-in-law has 2 in there too. We have 3, and a bunch of goats and a couple dogs. There's our shop and then our house. Yeah. Then to get a broader view, yeah, it's a beautiful view from up here. You can see the South Mountain way off in the distance. It's called the South Mountain. It's kind of more to the southeast from here. Yeah. Some neighboring farms off in the distance as well. And then on this other side, you can see the North Mountain. The valley called the Cumberland Valley we live in is maybe about 10 mile wide, 8 or 10 mile wide right here. Yeah, probably a good 10 mile wide. They're down there unloading corn silage. It's in the shade there, so you maybe can't see it quite as good. But anyway, yeah, there comes another load coming down the road. Yeah, like I said, here on the silo, there's a lid right there in the center of the top. The roof is tapered. It slopes maybe 3 feet or so from the edge into the middle. Then there's a catwalk here. You can walk up from the ladder up to the center. It's got a railing on both sides of it. Then right underneath here is, or right here near the bottom, not really underneath, is the one hole you got to open up. This silo is a sealed silo, so you don't want to breathe that first air that's coming out of there, because it's pretty much straight gas. Yeah, and then the center in here, it's a bigger hole where the chute goes down in, and it's got 6 tapered latches on it that keep it sealed down tight, and there's a rubber seal underneath it. Yeah, you can't see a whole lot down in there. I'll try to get a video later after we blow some in, where I can stick my camera and my head down in there. But yeah, here's the chute then that we got to flip down in. Yeah, there's a big pin right here that you slide out. It's got a cotter pin on it. When you flip that down in, that keeps it from, yeah, it like latches it that it can't come up at all. And this bottom piece kind of slides up and down so that once it's flipped down, you slide it down in the hole. And it can move around a little bit, but not much. Yes, you got a gooseneck straight from the top of the pipe the whole way up around. It's always cool watching these wagons unload from up on top of the silo. There you can see my shadow out there again. Yeah. In the mornings when there's the sun shining, yeah, you can see my arm waving there.